Deputy Secretary, welcome to the program here. These grants are touching every major airport, it seems like, in this state here. How significant is this investment in transportation in Texas?
This is significant. Thanks for having me, Jason. You're right. We're announcing today $90 million invested in all the major airports around Texas. Particularly, I'll focus on a couple, DFW and Austin, where we'll be investing in adding new gates to accommodate the growth. And a lot of these other airports, Houston, San Antonio, Love Field, helping to modernize terminals, make improvements in baggage, make improvements to the customer experience. And we're thrilled, as part of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, to have these dollars to invest in Texas airports and airports all around the country.
I think what's interesting about this money is that travelers will actually see this. This is not improvements to taxiways and runways and the like, but this is inside the terminals, baggage claim, gates, et cetera, that people are physically going to see and experience.
That's right. Thanks to the Biden-Harris Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, this is the first time we have had dollars to invest in, exactly as you say, those terminal kind of front of house improvements that will do so much to improve the passenger experience. But also, particularly, I'll emphasize, for like DFW and Austin, adding those new gates will also mean potentially bringing in new competition, lowering airline prices, and really enhancing the travel experience in two cities where we know you've kind of outgrown your airports.
Yeah, indeed. So, and I think about, the major Texas airports. Intercontinental Houston is a main United hub. American Airlines, of course, is at DFW. Southwest Airlines is at Love Field. But is that kind of some of the idea, to add more gates to bring in more competition?
The good idea is the ideas for all these projects come to us from what's being driven at the local level. So we got the great ideas from all the airports, and we're happy to be the partner in funding them. But yeah, I think we've heard from the airports a desire to bring in more competition, to enhance the passenger experience, to make the airports more comfortable and accessible. That's something I think we've heard from airports all over Texas.
And to make sure I'm clear, Deputy Secretary, the airports had to apply for this money. This was a competition, right? You mentioned this earlier, but this is coming from the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. This is proof of what Congress can do if it works together.
Absolutely. And look, it's something I can tell you in our administration we're very proud of, that this is a bipartisan bill, and it's making investments in states and communities all over the country. In Texas, we've invested over $1 billion in the airports and over $21 billion in roads, in bridges, in transit, in ports, airports, you name it. So big investments in Texas and big investments all over the country.
This is the fourth round of funding, I believe. Is there going to be more?
There'll be more funding. And just one other thing I want to add again about all these investments, not only improving those facilities, serving the traveling public, but also creating economic growth and jobs on the ground. So we hope to see these dollars putting people to work in Texas and all over the country.
And just so I'm clear with the money pie here, do you expect there will be more funding in the future, or
there will be
how does that
another
work?
round, yes.
Okay. Any idea when that might be, or how much?
I don't know when the next round will be. I believe the next round will be for about another $1 billion.
Okay,
I'll
gotcha.
double check that one for you, Jason.
No problem at all. Just curious. This is recorded, so it's no problem at all. Before we let you go, I do want to ask you about charging networks for electric vehicles, which is part of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill. I know it's something that you've worked on too. Texas, I believe, is supposed to get more money than anywhere else. But the question I have, and a lot of people have, is when is this going to be up and running? Any idea in the next decade or so, or sooner than that?
Yeah, and the way the program, thanks for asking that. And Texas actually has been a real leader in the area of EV charging. The way this program is rolling out is, in the early years, it's very much focused on private sector charging, which we've done a lot through tax incentive and other things to facilitate. And we just hit a wonderful milestone, over 200,000 publicly available chargers now in the United States, which is more than double where we were 4 years ago. The publicly funded chargers, where we've really been investing in things like level 3 chargers, which take a lot more power and more time to put up, those are starting to come online this year, but they will really be seeing big numbers of those in the years to come. And yeah, Texas is going to be a big investor in that charging network, and we're really excited to partner with the state on that.
Deputy Secretary Trutberg, we appreciate the time from DC. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Congratulations.